What up, everybody? What up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of AC Reviews the World. I am your host, AC the Engineer, and we are at episode 151. Yep. Hopefully, everybody had a good weekend. It is Monday, March 16th, 2026, year of our Lord, and it's time to get into it, y'all. You know how the show goes. Let's do a little housekeeping first. If you ever disagree with anything I say, please, let's leave a comment. Let's talk about it. I'm never going to say I'm always right. I'm never going to say I truly understand everything, but let's go through it and have a discussion. That's what's wrong with the world today. Now, the best way to show your support is always just to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and then hit that notification bell so you can be up to date on all the videos, y'all. But this is a show where we meet Monday through Friday, go over 4 topics, just topics that I found interesting and wanted to share with y'all. And we need to review them together. But you know how I like to do it. Let's jump right into it. How Future say, let's have a sensational show today, y'all. But the first topic we're going to be discussing today, we got to go TSA. So that's the first. We're talking about TSA today. So I don't know if you've seen it, but 300 employees, TSA agents have quit because of the whole partial shutdown. I'm assuming they're not getting paid and no one wants to work for free. So we're going to get over into that. And it's making air travel very difficult. There's long backups. There's flights getting canceled. It's just a wide variety of things happening because of this. But let's get over into it. We got a few videos to look at, and then, of course, we'll go over the AI breakdown just to see if we can find out any more details about this whole situation. But let's jump over into it and see what we can find out about this whole situation. Like always, let me know what your thoughts are. Let's jump into it.
It is now day 25 of the shutdown at the Homeland Security Department, which is causing major disruptions at airports across the country. Today was slightly less of a headache for travelers. More than 2,000 U.S. flights were delayed, according to flight tracking site FlightAware. On Saturday, that number was nearly 10,000. Democrats are demanding reforms to the department's immigration enforcement policies and have offered to fund all non-immigration related agencies. But Republicans in the White House say the entire standoff just needs to end.
It is true that we are still far apart on the question of ICE. It is also true that there is no reason at all to hold TSA or the Coast Guard or FEMA hostage.
Call your Democrat member of Congress and tell them to fund the Department of Homeland Security. That's what President Trump wants to do, and it's completely ridiculous that the American people are suffering.
Let's bring in CBS News Homeland Security correspondent Nicole Skangas. You have some new reporting on how the shutdown has affected airports. What are you learning?
Yeah, Lindsay, unscheduled absences among TSA officers have more than doubled nationwide since the beginning of this shutdown, according to exclusive data obtained by CBS News from TSA officials. With absence.
Now remember, y'all, that they're technically supposed to keep working without getting paid, knowing that they'll get paid on the back end. But let's be honest, y'all. If it was one of us, would you want to stay working at a job where the majority of the customers don't like dealing with you? You always got to deal with some kind of stuff, and you're not getting paid for it, or you're getting paid on hold. So your pay is on hold. You're getting paid, but it's on hold for right now. Would you not just do a unscheduled absence as well? Go work another job, the one where you can actually get paid from? It's understandable, but TSA agents do an important job, and it affects a lot of people. But it sounds like they need to be paid. It's as simple as that.
Is climbing in major hubs like New York, Houston, and Atlanta. Now, these internal TSA statistics show the nationwide call-out rate. Unscheduled absences by frontline officers has climbed to an average of more than 6% during the shutdown, compared with roughly 2% before DHS funding lapsed. And absences peaked at nearly 9% nationwide on February 23rd. At some airports, the staffing shortages have been even more severe. For instance, at Houston's Hobby Airport, 53% of officers called out on March 8th, leaving more than half of the scheduled workforce absent. And across the shutdown, several major airports have averaged double-digit absence rates. JFK in New York, Atlanta, New Orleans, and Pittsburgh. The agency is also tracking operational hotspots, incidents where TSA officials say staffing shortages actually threaten security checkpoint operations. Houston recorded 44, New Orleans 35, Atlanta 32 during the shutdown, and nationwide the highest single-day total reached 87 hotspots just 2 days ago. Managers have had to consolidate checkpoints, reduce screening lanes, and all of this contributing to longer security lines.
100. I was just about to say it. All of this comes down to longer lines at the airport. People not, and then some people don't like to get there the recommended 2 hours before. Some people don't believe in that, but this all just comes down to it's going to take longer for you to get on your flight, higher possibilities for the flights to be missed, and just in general, just lapse in security, which on a plane where you're about to be flying across the United States is unimaginable. But let's keep going.
So TSA says more than 300 workers have left. They've said, I've had it. So could we see more disruptions? Does this have any end soon?
Yeah, Lindsay, internal data shows TSA has lost 305 employees just between February 14th and March 9th. Departures, officials warn, are going to take months, if not years, to replace. Like after recruitment happens, training a new TSA officer typically takes 4 to 6 months before they can work independently at a checkpoint. Behind the scenes, DHS officials are warning that the longer this shutdown lasts, the greater the risk that more TSA officers quit, worsening staff shortages, turning this short-term crisis into something long-term. And all of this really points to an uphill battle for recruiting and retaining workers for one of the federal government's most visible frontline security jobs. Former TSA administrator John Pistole told CBS News that after the 2018-2019 shutdown, TSA lost nearly 1,100 of its officers who resigned because they had to have income and they weren't being paid. And that's really the fear here, that the number will tick up after workers start to miss more and more paychecks. Roughly 50,000 TSA frontline workers will miss their first full paycheck on Friday. And as you pointed out, there is no deal in sight on Capitol Hill.
Now, you got to remember, this is right after we just experienced another government shutdown where they weren't getting paid again. Honestly, if we're being honest, I would have left. There's no way I'm sitting there after multiple shutdowns, and it's always with this job, it's going to be a question on when is the government going to shut down and when am I going to stop getting paid? No, I would have been left. I would have found a job that pays me every single paycheck, no matter if the government is up and running or not. At least that's my thinking, but let me know your thoughts, y'all. Let's go over into this next video and see what else they got to tell us.
People really don't know until they get to an airport and they see the lines and they start asking questions. Do they realize that TSA agents are working without pay?
300 TSA agents have quit their jobs as the Homeland Security shutdown stretches into its 4th week. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy making the announcement today. He also said the number of TSA agent call-outs have doubled from what they were before the shutdown. Duffy said that agents have already missed a partial payment and a full payment, saying that the employees are those who, quote, don't make a lot of money.
They're having mental breakdowns. They're having where am I going to get a meal? The airport administration, has been instrumental getting meals for, the agents, but it doesn't feed the people that they have to feed at home.
Airports are advising passengers to arrive as much as 3 hours before departure to allow enough time to clear security as those delays continue.
Public sympathy is growing.
They said you need to be up there 3 hours before. Now, I'm the type who likes to be up there. I usually 2 hours before the flight, I'm arriving at the airport just to be safe, just in case something goes wrong. I like that little buffer. But you got to make it an all-day excursion just to get on your flight. And then what if it's one of the days that 50% of the people don't come out? It's going to take 5 hours to get through the line. Let's go into this next video.
For TSA workers who've been working without pay for a month due to the ongoing partial government shutdown.
Mario Ramirez joins us now at LAX with more. Mario.
Good morning. That's right. And we're hearing from passengers directly here at LAX. Meanwhile, the TSA workers that you just mentioned without pay here and at airports across the country as this partial government shutdown continues. And you can see it's still relatively quiet right now before the morning rush hits. But across the country, airports are already seeing longer security lines and growing frustration. And now 1 month in, the impact starting to show up at airports nationwide. So take a look. The Department of Homeland Security says more than 300 TSA officers have quit since the shutdown began this weekend. TSA workers missed their first full paycheck since mid-February when funding for the Department of Homeland Security expired during a standoff in Washington over immigration policy. Some agents still showing up to work without pay, while others have taken unscheduled time off, putting more pressure on security checkpoints just as spring break travel picks up. And at several major airports, passengers have reported waiting hours to get through security. Airports in Atlanta, Houston, New Orleans, and Charlotte have reported security wait times exceeding an hour during peak travel periods, and many passengers say their biggest concern right now is for the TSA officers working without pay.
I'm sort of worried for them and like their families. I think it's quite hard to go without pay for that long.
I can't imagine what it's like to continue doing the right thing even when you're not being shown appreciation and being paid for it.
Everybody needs to get paid for the work that they do, and we need a resolution.
Right now, no clear timeline for when things will end. Democrats want changes to immigration enforcement before funding the Department of Homeland Security, while Republicans say they're not budging.
Now, that one line where it says you're doing the right is doing the right thing, working without pay. In this situation, is doing the right thing, working without pay. If it is, I guess I'm not going to be doing the right thing, y'all. Let's go over into the AI breakdown just to see if we can find out a little bit more information about this whole situation, or just get a little bit more in depth into it and see what our current thoughts are. So let's get over into it. So as we know, as of March 16th, more than 300 TSA agents have resigned since the start of the partial government shutdown that began on February 14th. The mass exodus is primarily driven by funding lapse of the Department of Homeland Security, which left the essential workers without pay for over a month. So TSA officers missed their first full paycheck on the weekend of March 14th through 15th, following a previous partial paycheck miss. So in addition to resignation, call-outs, unscheduled absences have tipped and rising from 2% to 6%. Some airports have seen a high spike, with the Houston airport reporting a 53% call-out on March 8th. Travelers are facing significant delays, with security wait times reaching up to 4 hours at major hubs like New Orleans and 3 hours at Houston. In response to the financial hardship, several airports, including Denver, Seattle, and Las Vegas, have set up a donation boxes for food, gas, gift cards, and essential supplies to help unplay. They need it, but flights already high enough, and now they want you to donate to the airport workers. Yes, it's a horrible situation that they're in, but we got to be honest now. If this happens constantly at your job, why stay? Maybe you feel like it's the right thing to do. Maybe you think you're being one of the heroes, unsung heroes. And yes, you are. You 100% are. You're doing the job that has to be done, even though you're not getting paid. But I hate to say it, I'm not one of them. Especially if I got a family. I would, as soon as this happens and I realize that this is going to be a constant thing, especially in this type of administration, we got to think about the administration we're in now. If I feel like this is going to be a constant thing, I would have put it on hold until we get into maybe I feel like a different climate is happening. But I would have gone to a whole nother job. I wouldn't even, it's no me calling out. Just know I'm not showing up until I feel like the climate, the climate is better, or the environment is better, we might never see that. But we've seen back-to-back government shutdowns. Constantly people you're getting paid, now you're not getting paid. People have families. like I said, I would have left. But let me know your thoughts on that situation, y'all. How would you feel? Would you have been one of the ones to stay and still showing up to the job? Is it the benefits? What's making these people? Is it just because they think it's the right thing to do? Is it because of the overall benefits of the job itself that outweigh not getting paid for a certain period of time? What is it? It's a crazy situation, y'all. Like I said, let me know your thoughts and let me know if you disagree with anything I said. We're going to pivot over into the second topic we're going to be getting into today, and it's a doozy. It's one of these topics that makes you lose faith in humanity sometimes. I'm not afraid to say it, yes. We're looking at a former hospital employee who they say has over 30 victims, child victims, who he used to meet and assault. It can be some people you trust with your kids who in the dark do some of the worst things. But we got a few videos to look at, and then of course we'll go over the AI breakdown just to get anything else that we missed. But the world is a scary place, and there's a lot of demons who walk among us. And you got to watch out for your kids, even though sometimes it feels like you can't. Let's get over into it and see what we find out.
Turning to stories here at home in Central Florida this morning, a hospital worker is behind bars accused of sexually abusing a child.
And investigators believe that there could be dozens of victims. West 2's Bob Hazen reports the suspect worked at the hospital there.
He had a job here at South Lake Hospital, and investigators have not said there's any evidence connecting the hospital to any of the victims, but that, of course, is a very big concern. The man under arrest now is 44-year-old Aaron Starbird. He's facing federal charges and is in jail for enticing a child to engage in sexual activity. An arrest report says this started with an Orange County Sheriff's Office investigation last year. A detective posing as a 15-year-old boy on a website allegedly got messages from Starbird showing male private parts and asking him to meet up. They found out that Starbird worked here at South Lake Hospital as a systems specialist pharmacy technician. That did raise some alarms because they worried he could have had unauthorized access to kids who were patients here. The arrest report, again, does not say there's any evidence of that happening, but they brought in the feds to look deeper, and detectives questioned Starbird, who claimed he only liked adults. They also took his phone, though, and they say they found almost 80 images of child sexual abuse material and conversations with other people on Telegram about raping kids. And one of
throw the book at him.
Those messages, Starbird allegedly, quote, discussed prior instances of hands-on rape of male children and stated he preferred children between the ages of 10 and 12. Investigators say they were able to find one of the victims in real life. He was 14 at the time and met up with Starbird once in 2024. They don't think that was the only victim, though. In fact, the arrest report says they found, quote, evidence of at least 30 other children who they believe have engaged in sexual acts with Starbird after communicating with him online. Orlando Health says Starbird no longer works for South Lake Hospital. He is being held in the Seminole County Jail right now on those federal charges with no bond.
These are some of the worst human beings in the world. Child molesters, serial child molesters, people who like this deserve to be under the jail. Now, we talked about this before. There was an act talking about raising the maximum punishment to child molesters or someone like this up to death. But 30, it says over 30 victims possibly. We have to watch what our kids are doing online. It's as simple as that. Let's go over into this next video.
Also tonight, a hospital worker is behind bars accused of luring children for sex. Aaron Starbird is charged with coercing and enticing a child, and the FBI believes there are at least 30 children that he has victimized. Channel 9's Ashton Webb joins us live outside of the Seminole County Jail where Starbird is in custody. Ashton, the FBI says one child reported Starbird had sex with him.
Yes, and we're learning that that victim lived not far from where the suspect did. We were in that community today where we saw kids running around, biking around after school. We spoke to parents who say they are shocked and very disturbed by these allegations. Much of the details are too graphic to report. According to this 11-page arrest affidavit, authorities first learned of Aaron Starbird last September when he began messaging who he thought was a 15-year-old boy, sending pictures exposing himself and saying what sexual acts he wanted to do with him. In reality, it was an Orange County deputy. When deputies confronted him, the affidavit says he told them he would not have relationships with juveniles once he learned their true age. The affidavit says when investigators gained access to Starbird's phone, they recovered more than 70 videos of child pornography, including of toddlers being sexually abused, that Starbird exchanged with other people. The affidavit says investigators spoke to a teen who admitted to having sex with Starbird in 2024 when he was 14 years old. The child told investigators Starbird picked him up outside the teen's house after he snuck out after dark. The child says Starbird took him to his home not far from his, where he engaged in sexual acts. Investigators found Starbird also messaged the child about bringing one of his younger brothers. Starbird writing, "It has always been a fantasy to be with brothers." The report says there could be as many as 30 other victims. Starbird worked at South Lake Hospital in Claremont and previously Orlando Regional Medical Center.
He needs to be put down by firing squad. This is one sick. It's always been my fantasy. Why did he meet him in the first place? I would like to know why that 14-year-old decided to meet him in the first place. He obviously knew that he wasn't a young kid. At least that's my thinking. He picked him upside his house. He obviously saw him. Saw who it was who was picking him up. Why? Death by firing squad. That's all that we can do about this situation. Jesus.
And that federal complaint was filed today. No word on when he'll be back in front of a judge, but if he is convicted, he'll face another 15 years behind bars.
He needs to die in jail. Let's go over into this AI breakdown just to get a little bit more details about this whole situation. God, look after your kids, y'all, please. So as we know, in March 2026, Aaron Starbird, a 42-year-old former employee of the Orlando Health, was arrested following a federal and local investigation into sexual exploitation of minors. According to the reports, the Orange County Sheriff's Office and the FBI suspected of him victimizing dozens of children. So the key details investigation include, investigators believe that there's at least 30 victims based on forensic review of his cell phone. He's allegedly used various online apps to lure children as far back as 2024 into communication and engaging in sexual acts. One identified victim, who was 14 at the time, reportedly met him online and visited his home. Starbird was first arrested in December of 2025 after communicating with an undercover officer posing as a 15-year-old. He was charged, including multiple counts of unlawful possession of child sex abuse material, solicitation of a minor via computer, and transmitting material harmful to a minor. While Starbird worked at the hospital in Claremont, investigators stated that there's no evidence that the children were abused at the hospital facility. Orlando confirmed that he is no longer employed there. He's currently being held without bond. Good, I like that. Authorities are continuing to search for additional victims and encouraging anyone with information to contact the Orange County Sheriff's Office or the FBI. He was so close to so many people. He already has 30. You have to watch what your children are doing online. This 14-year-old met him online and then snuck out the house to go get molested by a young boy. Go get molested by this old man. There are some sick individuals. There's some demons. But he needs to be in jail for the rest of his life. Will he? Hopefully. Hopefully the judicial system don't fuck up like they usually do, F up like they usually do. Excuse my language, but hey, we got to look after the kids. At the end of the day, we have to look after the kids. That's why when Alabama proposed that legislation to have the maximum penalty for child molesters as death, I don't see anything wrong with that. Go back and watch that other video, but it's the world sometimes just so sick. Absolutely crazy, y'all. Let me know your thoughts on that situation. Let me know if you disagree with anything I said, but more than 30 victims. They only know of one so far. And there's just children walking around with this memories of what he did to them. Some are handling it, some are not. And some probably did the worst. It's a crazy situation, y'all. Like I said, let me know your thoughts on this situation. Let me know if you disagree with anything I said. We're going to pivot over into our third topic today, and we're going to be looking at New York. New York City. Yes, Mamdani. We're going to go over to Mamdani, where he looks like he is doing some changes. It looks like we got some parents who are panicking because he's cutting the gifted program over there, and he's I guess the woke agendas, what's happening in the schools. We'll get over into it and see what our thoughts are on this situation. What's the reason to cut the gifted program? But they're struggling to find some money. So let's get over into it and see what our thoughts are on this situation and see how we feel about it and see what we can make. Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
Mayor Zohran Mamdani planning to eliminate New York City's gifted and talented program in schools. New York City parents are panicking. The move is pushing thousands of anxious parents into the elite New York City private school pipeline, where tuition could be as much as $70,000 a year. How ironic! A policy designed to make public education more equitable is now driving inequality. Taylor, I'm going to come to you first. Folks are paying $100,000 a year for private school.
It's wild,
How do you,
almost.
I mean, there's no retirement. It closes so many of your options when if you're a normal person.
This is so crazy. Because if you're in New York City, I don't think the rest of the world is dealing with the crazy tuition amount.
100,000. I don't know. Yes, the public school system can be awful at times, but is it worth paying $100,000 for them to go just through high school? Well, let's keep going.
In New York City, this is dumb. I mean, this is crazy. I think there's a few things. If you can afford $70,000 a year, were you really going to go to public school to begin with? I'm not sure. But I do know, because I've just been in an interview process with some of the more affordable Catholic schools that have better entry prices for normal people like me. Huge demand, because the difference between public school and a Catholic school, it's more manageable than going all the way up to $70K. And you're just getting a little bit more nervous about, for me too, it's not even the gifted and talented, and I've talked on the program, it's all the gender woke stuff. I don't want a 3-year-old being told, how do you identify? Let's talk about gender neutral bathrooms. At 3, they need to be learning that a tiger roars, a lion roars, and whatever.
Balloons go up.
Exactly. And so I think there's a lot of other things underneath the surface that parents like me, and Brian, you've gone through it, are sort of grappling with. But I also said this yesterday. This is what you voted for. I don't have a lot of sympathy for people that are now crying wolf when they voted for these policies.
Yeah, cultural Marxism is about literally not just leveling the playing field. It's about taking everybody down to the lowest common denominator. Yeah. And that's what this guy is doing.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, we've had experience with the Department of Education in the city. We got a kid who goes to a public middle school. It's not a gifted program, but it's good. It has a great track record. The city started another school in a different part of town that has been abysmal. Nobody goes to it. It's failing. So what do? Instead of admitting that they started this failing school, their plan was to take the school that works and shove it into that school, basically destroying the school that works and sort of making mediocrity or below that the rule. And the parents at the school that works are infuriated. But like you say, Taylor, I probably 90% of them for the past several decades have voted for the same people that gave us this department.
And can I ask you, was that before the merging, before or after the book that you brought home that your 9-year-old son was reading that was highly inappropriate? So I'm going to push back on you. You tell me it's a good public school, but I'm worried about a 9-year-old coming home and reading all kinds of sexual stuff within a book that he should not be reading.
No, look, I'm with you on that. Maybe I'm talking in relative terms here, but we've got high school is a thing, so we send my wife goes out and looks at all the gifted high schools, and it's crazy because on the one hand, the kids are like the parents and the kids are so serious and they're focused and they're stressed because these are tough high schools. On the other hand, to your point, you walk into the places and the paraphernalia of the woke agenda is everywhere. And so you start asking yourself, like, this is a science and technology school, but at the end of the day, is that what they're really teaching these kids? Because if they are, it doesn't square with all the pictures and flags that are on the wall in this place. And that.
Now, here's a question. Are you fine with the woke agenda, or not really? Well, you can call it woke agenda, but as like it shows a bunch of gender affirmation and the LGBTQIA community. Are you fine with that being showed in schools? Yes, I'm fine with it. Now listen, I'm fine with however you want to live. As long as you're not doing something crazy with little kids. I'm perfectly fine with that. But I believe that kids should be kids. Let them grow up how they want to grow up, how they're destined to grow up. If you truly believe that someone is born however they are, then let them grow up, but don't teach them that in schools. This is something they need to come into. But let's keep going.
It creates, I think, for a lot of parents, like, what am I really getting into here?
Well,
and that's not a New York City issue. I think that's a national issue.
I was going to say that, Dagan, that's not how we went to school, for darn sure, in the South. What do you make of this?
These gifted and talented programs, I'm lucky that I got out of the South, because I went to public school and didn't know how to do basic math, and I was lucky that my parents and grandparents never spent a dime and they could afford to send me away the last 3 years of high school.
I don't know if you can blame you not being able to do some basic math on the South. Like, some kids are just not smart. Now, are there schools that have very poor teachers and hard to who can't explain properly? Yes, but I don't think you can blame it all on some kids are not good at learning. Let's keep going.
These gifted and talented programs are really the only outlet for many kids who have a big brain and just want to learn. I look forward to the day that AI can replace the teacher, where kids who just want to learn and are just craving knowledge and literally are motivated enough that they can teach themselves and interact with an AI agent, that they put a garbage teacher, like a lot of the ones here in New York City, that a motivated child with an AI agent full of knowledge can put those individuals out of work.
Thank
I
God.
look forward to that
And
day.
by the way, if you get the AI agent that's not woke, we have to go there, because most of these teachers are ideologically driven.
But if you let the kid be the driving force and just again interrogate the agent, you don't really come across it. You can, as long as there is like a parent there, you can avoid that kind of
hopefully
bias.
That's a good thing to talk about. How do y'all feel? Do you think that the school system will be better if instead of physical teachers, it was all AI teachers? All teachers just basically a computer. That's what they learned from. Now, some students will do good, some students will be bad. At least that's my thinking. Now, my main thing, I think I learned fine from either learning from examples, books, but just in general, somebody talking it through with me. So if an AI teacher does come, but do you think you lose the human side of that? Or does it need to even be a human side for teaching? Should it all be systematic way of doing it, computerized? Would it make more or smarter students? Or would it just be the downfall of society? I think kids gain a lot of basically a lot of knowledge and a lot of how to interact with adults through teachers. They guide them in ways that parents don't. So I think losing that personal touch will be harmful in some ways, but I'm not sure what it would be. What are your thoughts on that? Crazy situation, y'all. Let's go over into this AI breakdown. We pretty much got the gist of this video, but AI breakdown, I just want to see what the gifted program. Why are they cutting the gifted programs? So as of March 2026, the New York mayor has began implementing a plan to phase out the gifted and talented program for the city's youngest students. The specific change of status is followed by kindergarten cuts, so administration for the gifted and talent program at the kindergarten level will not be available starting next fall. Mandani argues that testing four-year-olds contributes to racial and social economic inequities. I'm confused on if you're just testing to see if the 4-year-old is smarter than the other kids, and then he is, how does that bring up racial and social economic inequalities? Now I might be missing something, so let me know. So we know children already in the gifted and talented classes are not affected and will be allowed to complete the program through 5th grade. The mayor's office has stated that the 3rd grade entry point for accelerated learning will remain in place for the upcoming school year. To replace the early gifted and talented track, Mandani is prioritizing a free universal child care system for children from 6 weeks to 5 years old, aiming for a more equitable, groundbreaking opportunity for all students. But the point of the gifted and talented is to teach at least that's my understanding, is to teach the students who are, as the name says, gifted and talented, really smart students who are way above their peers. So we're just saying we're not going to go ahead and nourish those, or so these changes have reportedly led to a surge in applications for private school, with some consultants calling this year's proposal a bloodbath as parents seek alternative accelerated options. The move marks a return to a policy originally proposed by former Mayor Bill in 2021, which was briefly reversed and expanded by Mayor Eric Adams before Mandani took office in 2026. Do you think that the program should be terminated? Is it a problem, or does it bring up racial inequality? I'm about to say the wrong word. Does it bring up racial injustice or social economic injustice? Because some kids are getting treated or tested into the gifted program? Let me know your thoughts on that situation, y'all. Let me know your thoughts. How do you feeling about this whole thing? Parents need to be in their children's lives, and they need to understand what the children are learning in school. The teachers play an important role, yes, but the parents need to be a part of it and need to have some kind of say. At least that's my understanding. But you might feel differently, so let me know your thoughts and let me know how you feel about this situation. For the last topic, we're going to pivot over into, we got to go over into, I like to look at some body cam footage. So we're looking at some body cam footage. The first image, we got a toxic boyfriend. So it looks like a girl finally decided to call the police on her toxic boyfriend. So we're going to go over into that body cam footage and see what we think about this whole situation, see what this whole situation is, and see what our thoughts are. So let's go over into it and see what we can find out about it and see what we think. Let's jump over into it.
You know where you're at right now, hon?
You know what city you're in?
Open this. Oh. Just sit down right there.
On March 2nd, 2024, deputies were called after a badly injured woman suddenly appeared asking for help. But as officers begin questioning those at the scene, the story quickly starts to fall apart.
Where were you from? Where'd you come from?
Down that way somewhere.
Down this way? Okay. You want to have a seat right here? You mind?
Something hurts.
Where did you get kicked or
Burned.
burned? Was it with oil or hot water?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
I just want the ambulance.
Okay. You want to go down here? Let's, have something to lean up on. Can you walk down here for me? I got you. Can you see where you're going? Okay. I'm going to guide you a little bit, okay? I got you. You ain't burned on your shoulders, are you? You burned on your shoulders?
My head.
And your head as well? Okay. All right. Let's walk down this way. What's your name, sweetie?
Amanda.
Amanda? What's your last name, Amanda? Where'd you come from?
I don't know what street it was.
How do you do this to someone? How can a grown man do this to someone? Wow. Let's keep going.
I can't even see.
Okay. Was it who are you with? Who's the one that assaulted you?
I don't know his name.
You don't know his name? Can you give me a description of him?
No.
Were you inside his house? Was it someone that you were staying with?
No.
Okay. Okay. Do me a favor. I'm gonna take a few pictures here, okay? They're coming. Just hang tight for me. Okay, I gotta take these pictures. I know it hurts right now.
Where you were when you were assaulted?
That's all down there.
Where?
I don't know his street name.
You know where you're at right now? You don't know where you're at right now?
It sounds like she might have some kind of brain trauma, some kind of concussion or anything like that. That's somebody. Whew, this is tragic.
Yeah.
Where are you right now? Do you have ID on you?
I got it. I already got a picture of it. Do me a favor. Will you lift your hoodie up a little bit for me?
You know where you're at right now, hon?
You know what city you're in?
Open this. Just sit down right there. You're just sit down right here, hon. You hurt?
Yeah, she's got on her stomach as well.
What's with your stomach?
Burns.
Who did this to you, hon?
I don't know.
Do you know where you're at right now?
Do you know what city you're in? Okay. Was it a friend that you were with, or?
I don't know who that was. A girl.
It was a girl?
Yeah.
Was she black, white, Hispanic?
She was white.
A white female?
Yeah.
Okay. And did she throw boiling water on you or oil?
I don't know.
All right, the ambulance is here, okay?
Okay, good.
So give him a second. Give him a second. She said it was a white female.
A white female did that?
Yeah. Hey, sorry to bother you. If you don't mind, could you just kind of do a little statement, I guess, about where she walked up and where, or at least if you might have seen what direction she came from?
I honestly, I didn't. I didn't see anything. I just know her. The knock on the door open. She's like, hey, can you call a paramedic? I've been beat up and burned. My first thought was somebody threw her out of the car, beat her up and threw her out of the car. This is how she ended up here. I didn't know she ended up she was way across town and somehow managed.
I don't know how she managed to walk over here.
But yeah, I don't even know. I honestly don't even know.
Yeah, if you could just jot that little part down about a close time whenever. All I need is just your name, your birthday, address, and a phone number. You don't need to fill out this section. I'm gonna scribble this out. You can take it inside and fill it out, and that way you're able to sit down. I know it's gonna be hard to write with him. Yeah.
Okay, so just my name, address. She's from here?
She's got an Alabama ID, but it says she has an address somewhere. So.
Oh.
But we'll get her taken care of. We appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go.
They can at least give her some medicine.
You might really want to get her face if you want to take
Yeah, I got those there. I just needed the other parts that were, I couldn't see because she had her jacket on. Okay.
This arm's worse than this one.
Oops, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Me and ambulances and small spaces don't get along.
Sure.
All right.
Got it.
Oh.
Get out your guys' way.
After being rushed to the hospital for emergency treatment, the injured woman was finally able to speak with investigators. During questioning, she revealed that she had recently been involved in a disturbing incident with a man named Jarvis. Acting quickly on that lead, deputies tracked down his residence and went there immediately, hoping his statement would help uncover what really happened before she showed up injured.
She run off. She run off. I'm like I said, I'm from Alabama. I have no family now. And she run off. Like this time you go to work, I work night shift.
Where we work at? Now if I just take a look around real quick, I ain't trying to search nothing.
Yeah, feel free.
Is that her stuff right there?
Yeah, man. Cause I'm about tired of this crap. But I mean, like I'm doing my laundry.
All right, yeah, I got you. Man.
Look, I got.
You got what?
I got to cut my water off. Wash the
Yeah, well, here, we'll cut it off. Or let's go back here.
Yeah, I need to.
Does she have a room she stays in, or?
Yeah, that's my girl.
Okay. She's.
Yeah.
What side of the bed is hers?
Yeah, but so what's going on here?
Well, hey, look, man, not to mess around with that, but this is what we're gonna do, okay?
Yes, sir.
And let's run down to the PD so we can talk there and fill out some paperwork. You're not under arrest or nothing like that, right, man?
What's paperwork?
Huh? Just so you can write a statement and stuff like that. It's not the jail. We don't have a jail at our department, right? It's right here. If you go there, man, and we'll talk to you about some stuff so that we can sit down and talk. Okay? All right.
We can do that here.
Huh?
We can do that here, sir.
Well, that way it's recorded, all that kind of stuff, man. Like I said, you're not under arrest like that. I just would like to talk to you there so that we can talk there, okay? So what kind of family emergency did you have?
Turn the light back on.
She ran off, man. Like, I'm not coming in. She run. Like when I tell her go.
When did she run?
She said, man, I text her phone. I called her phone. Mm-hmm. We talked the other night. Mm-hmm. Yesterday.
Right.
Well, definitely yesterday.
Was she staying with someone yesterday?
Man, I don't know where she go.
Okay.
But
so are all her clothes right there, or is there like?
No, she have more. She have dressers, and,
right.
and it's 4-bedroom house. She have clothes in that one.
So this is Saturday morning, right? So you were calling her Friday night, Saturday morning?
Thursday night, Friday.
Okay, so that's the night before. What you said, but what was happening last night?
I didn't go to work.
Why?
Because of this.
And you didn't keep trying to reach out to her or nothing like that?
Man, no.
Okay. All right, here's the deal, man. You got your shoes and stuff. Grab your phone. We're going to go to the police department, okay? You got any weapons on you, bud? I'm just going to pat you down before we put you in the car, okay?
So, pat me down for what?
Make sure you ain't got no weapons. You ain't got no guns or anything on you, do you?
No, sir.
No, that's all. I just want to make sure no one gets shot or anything, okay?
Why would you say that?
Because I don't want no...
Let me drink my...
Yeah, you're good.
I don't have anything.
You got any weed on you or anything?
Man, I don't
If you do, that's cool.
Man,
it's not to get you an arrest. They're just not going to take it with us. They're going to leave it here.
Sir.
All right, you have to leave the beer here, okay? And the cigarette, too.
Yeah, I understand. That's why I was asking that.
Can you what?
That's why I was asking that to go ahead and drink my beer. Okay, well, let me, if you don't mind, let me cut my washer off.
No, we're going to go right now.
Because the water running.
Listen to me. This is what's going to happen. Listen to me. You're going to put the beer down, and you're going to put the cigarette down, okay?
Yes, sir.
We need you to cooperate with us, okay?
Yes, sir. I'm going to do it. I was just asking you.
No, let's just put that down right now.
You can set it down here or wherever you want to set it.
I just need to cut the heater off.
No.
Here, I'll put it in the ashtray. Okay. You listen to him. Listen to him for me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, listen to him.
Yeah, I'm pulling pants up.
Yeah.
Do I need to get?
Now I understand why they want him to go down to the police station, but just is there a problem with letting him turn off the heater real quickly? Are they saying, or he's thinking that he might move over to get something? If anything, I would just reach over and be like, all right, I'm going to turn it off real quick, boom, just in case. Because, space heaters do some crazy things. Let's keep going.
No. Yeah, you can get your phone. Right here. We'll hold on to that for right now.
No, I'm holding on.
Whoa. Hey, Nick.
It's my
hey, man. Hey, listen to me, okay?
Well, I mean, what's going on?
All right, so listen, I'm going to be real straight with you. Whoa. What did you just put in your pocket there? Go ahead and empty out your pockets.
I was going to...
Let's go ahead and empty out all your pockets for me.
Sorry, I don't have it.
Hey,
I don't have anything.
look, listen. You are making me super nervous right now. Okay.
How's that, man?
Just your demeanor. Okay.
I'm asking about my woman and y'all.
All right, so here's the thing, okay? And I'm gonna
Yes,
be
sir.
real straight with you, right?
Yes, sir.
What you're saying, right, as far as the events,
Yeah.
and then where we are, they don't. Some of that stuff don't make a lot of sense, okay?
Don't reach in your pocket,
Right?
all right? Keep your hands out the pocket.
I'm gonna just empty out
So
your
listen,
pocket.
listen to me, okay? Listen to me. Hey, listen to
Gotcha.
me. Right now, you're not under arrest, okay? But for you to go in their car, they gotta pat you down, make sure you ain't got no weapons like that. Like I said, it's okay. That's all they're doing, man.
Yeah, right.
So-
All I asked was, can I turn that washer off?
You already did.
No, I started.
You
over.
already did.
I cut the water.
We're not gonna hold
I
you on.
started it over. I cut the water off. I started.
Okay.
Is this the key to the door? This is the key.
Give me a
Okay.
flashlight.
Yeah. I don't have anything.
I'm saying, I'm gonna go. I'll
please,
turn it off. I got you.
Please,
Just go with them,
it was
okay?
running
Where's your
over.
phone at?
I think Brock's got it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. If you want to set your money up there, you can. If you want to take it with you, you can. It's whichever your choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on with y'all. Oh, excuse me.
You're fine.
All right, bro. All right, it's off.
All right, I appreciate it. Did you cut that heater off?
Yeah, I'll cut the heater off here, okay?
Yeah, just unplug it.
Okay.
Right, my name's Nick. I'm one of the detectives. I looked at it. What's your name again?
Jay Jarvis.
Jarvis. Okay. Will you talk to me? Can I ask you some questions about all this?
Sure.
Okay. All right. So, like, you guys are having issues or whatever, right? Like, that man, that's, trust me. I've been divorced. I get it, right? I completely understand. So, when is the last time you saw Amanda?
Thursday.
Wednesday or Thursday? Did you see her yesterday at all?
When I came home, I had Popeyes and I had Chinese.
What day was that? What day was that?
The days, my days kind of mixed up because I'm on night, but I was calling. No response. So just look at the phone, man.
Right.
No, it's on the phone.
Okay. Yeah.
If you can give me my phone, I can show you, like, when I call them.
Right.
Got chicken or whatever, but.
So today's Saturday morning.
Right.
It's Saturday morning.
Wednesday night.
So it's Wednesday night, you think?
Thursday night, yeah.
Okay. Now, and you told me over there you didn't go to work last night?
No, I didn't go to work.
Why didn't you go to work last night?
Because I'm worried about my woman.
Right.
My woman she cheating on me.
Right. Do you know who she's cheating with? You got any idea?
No, I don't know no one down there. As far as I go is work.
Yeah.
In the city, in the store on top of the hill.
Yeah.
OJK, whatever.
Yeah. Up there on King Street.
I don't know no one down there.
Yeah.
I relocated because I was on that wrong road.
Right.
In Alabama.
Yeah. Gotta get away from it, man, so you can start,
Right.
get your life in the right direction.
But, like, you don't have to work.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I need help, but I'm making good. But
Yeah.
I don't want no one breaking in the house.
Oh, yeah.
I lost that the last time.
Oh, yeah.
You seen that pole?
Yeah, and I remember, like, I don't remember all the details of it, but I remember reading it. Like I said,
Yeah, the dog come on missing. That's a high price.
So as far as you, is there anybody that has like a beef against y'all now, like or anything like that?
I don't know no one there.
Okay.
The only folks I know is work.
Right. Okay. Does she have any friends around here that you know of that you hear about?
I don't know who she.
Is she right? Does she ever have like a friend that's a girl come over and anything?
Well, back in the past, like I don't know her name. I've been dealing with her for like 14 years.
Yeah. You Amanda.
Yeah. And this girl, like I said, I don't know her name. Like around Hunterby, I'm drunk as a skunk, and I went to work.
Yeah.
And I'm like, be home when I come. Yeah, be at home when I get out of work.
Yeah.
Shit, that motherfucker gone wrong somewhere in the house.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, what's going on? We got into it. I'm in jail. I'm in the home.
Oh, she was in jail?
No, she say I called her jail.
Oh, okay. I got you.
I mean,
so you're calling her all that kind of stuff, right? But you haven't seen her.
nah, like last time I saw her, like when I brought the chicken and Chinese. Now I'm eating the Chinese now.
Yeah, with all that going on, right? Why's the phone still at your house?
Her?
Yeah.
Man, she get it when she wants to. Like,
yeah.
She was brush her teeth, she'll do it. If she want a little travel bag, she'll,
Yeah.
That's her property. I don't tell her she can or can't go anywhere.
Yeah. And this isn't to get her any type of trouble, right? Is she on any type of like drugs or anything that you know of?
She drink.
She drinking?
We drink. I'm not.
Yeah. I mean, I drink too. We're adults. You can drink, right?
Like weed is no.
Yeah. Were y'all drinking last night?
No.
No.
Because I was going to work, but around like 7, 8, I don't know, when I told the dude I'm not going in. So I know better to go in because I was drunk as skunk.
Right. Hey, I mean, like I said,
I could have lost my job if I would have been clocked in.
Yeah.
So I know not to go in like that.
Right. Had she been drinking? Had she usually
drink every day.
What I'm saying, like, so you said, so
we drink every day.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is like last night, 7, 8 o'clock, you're like, hey man, I can't come in, right?
Right.
You'd been drinking, right? Like just hanging out, right?
I started drinking after I talked to him.
After, okay.
Right.
You know, did she start drinking then too?
I haven't saw her, man.
Okay.
What I'm gonna say it like that. I haven't saw her.
No, I said, man, I got woken up.
So
I got woken up out of bed this morning, so I'm still trying to figure it out too, man. Like I said, I want to make sure she's okay is the thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking him.
I mean, so, and that's the thing is that, you know, somebody's done something to her, and I don't think it's you, but I want to make sure whoever it is, like, you know, we can take care of her, make sure they don't do this kind of stuff again. And I think you feel the same way.
Yeah, and I'm asking him, like, what's going on? What's going on? He ain't saying nothing.
I got you. So, in any of the last times you said, and I'm like, has she been arguing a little extra or anything like that lately, or
with who?
Anybody? With you,
Yeah,
the wall?
I sleep.
Yeah.
I sleep.
I got you.
I spend time with her.
Okay.
I go to sleep.
Okay.
I get up like 7.
Right. So which one of these is yours? I heard this one be this one, the one that ain't broke. And so you said I can look at some of the. Do you care if I look at the messages and stuff? I can go ahead. Okay. You got to decode it, man.
But look, man, I don't even want to talk no more, man. Like, I just want to see what's going on. Y'all can get me with a lawyer or whatever.
Okay.
But for that, I mean.
Yeah, man. No, like I said, no, that's your business, man. Like I said, and
I mean, like, you're a funny chick. Like, can you get some beer? Like, it's 5 there. Yeah, I mean, you saw the text message.
Yeah.
No response.
Yeah.
I mean, like, shaking like when I was calling, like.
Well, like I said, man, you said the attorney stuff like that, and so I don't want to keep asking you questions about this.
Ain't going on.
There you go. I'm gonna get them to run you back home, okay? I'm gonna keep her phone, and I'll get it back to her and stuff like that, okay? But cause she's gonna be in the hospital for a little bit. Like I said, I don't.
What's wrong with her, man?
I don't. To be honest with you, man, I'm not a doctor. I don't know. She looked pretty rough, so.
Because of the severity of her injuries, the victim was unable to tell deputies what happened at the scene. With key details missing and questions still unanswered, the case was immediately handed over to the Criminal Investigation Division, where detectives are now working to uncover how the situation turned so violent.
This is a crazy. Now look at. Let's go back to look at her face one more time before we.
Okay, I'm gonna guide you a little bit. Okay. A few pictures here. Okay. They're coming. Just hang tight for me. Okay, I gotta take these pictures. I know it hurts.
Now, the question is, do you think he did that? Do you think he did that? She claimed that it was a girl who did it to her, but just how out of it she is, we don't know. Abusive relationships can be very deadly. So if you're ever dealing with someone who is getting a little too handsy, getting a little too where they look like they're trying to or about to hit you, leave the situation. It's a tragic situation, no matter how you look at it. And no woman deserves to be hit like that. No, in general, no person in general deserves to be hit. Man or woman. Everybody should keep their hands off everybody. And that's a crazy video, y'all. But let me know your thoughts. Do you think that he was the one who did that to her? You think that she was actually assaulted by a woman? Or is it just some big misunderstanding? It's a crazy situation, but we got to review the world together, y'all. We have to review the world together. But that is it for the show today, y'all. Hitting right at an hour. Thank you for watching now. Thank you for watching later. We talk about a lot of crazy things. So if you ever disagree with anything I said, please leave a comment. Let's have a discussion about it. I'm never going to say I'm always right. I'm never going to say I understand everything. But I am willing to listen and willing to talk about it. So let's have a discussion. Because that's what's wrong with the world now. People don't want to have discussions about this stuff anymore. Now these videos will be broken down so you can see the one you want to, or rewatch the one you want to, or just hit that like button, subscribe button. But like, that is the best way to show your support, is just hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, then hit that notification bell so you can be up to date on the videos, y'all. But that's it for now. You already know I got to play that outro, but I will see y'all tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Peace.